Hey, Camp, I didn't know that you were taking English with Professor Gurdon.
To be honest, I didn't either. I didn't even pay attention to who the teacher was. I also didn't realize I needed to learn English, but here we are, as you can hear.
Well, English like as in reading books, not speaking the language, you know? They're the same thing.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense.
Hello and welcome to Learning English for the First Time.
Oh.
I am Professor Gurdon. I am here to help you all learn English from the masters of English.
Like the language?
The language of English, yes, the language of English.
We already speak that.
You all might be able to speak English, but you haven't mastered it. The one person here that I am the most proud to share with you all is Mega Bong Hits 325. The writer of the best fan fiction any person on Earth has ever written. Say hello, Mega Bong Hits 325. Sup?
Yo,
Yes.
you sound like...
Oh, it's Moist Critical.
Sup? It's your boy, Mega Bong. I'm not Moist Critical. That's my brother. I'm Mega Bong Hits 325. You might
Oh my
know me
goodness.
from my amazing work, Fallout Vecna X Arc Raiders fanfiction #2.
What?
That's my seminal work.
Wow, that sounds like something our professor would write.
Fallout? Vecna? What was that?
I can't say it again. You only get to hear it one time from the voice master of Mega Bong
Okay.
Hits
Ooh,
325.
exclusive.
It's one of those
Alright.
stories that once you read, that literally the pages burn right after you. That was really important to the story.
Quick question: what if you're reading it on an ebook?
It's really hot.
Oh.
It runs really hot, and you can't scroll
Burns
back
up
up.
your Kindle.
It burns the file. It's very crazy. But yeah,
Wow.
I'm Mega Bong Hits 325. Your professor told me to bring who inspired me, and that would be MLP Microsoft Edge Hater #2. He's right over here. Hey, I'm MLP Microsoft Edge Hater.
Okay, what are we talking about today? I cannot figure it out.
Hello and welcome to the How Could You Forget podcast. Welcome to another new yearly, fortnightly podcast. I am your host,
No,
Gurdon.
we're not a yearly fortnight, just a new
A
year for
new
the
year. A new year for the fortnightly
podcast.
podcast, yes. I am your host of hosts tonight, Gurdon, and I am joined by Lexi and
Professor
Camp today.
Gurdon.
Professor
Apparently.
Gurdon.
Professor
With
Gurdon.
the two true masters of English, Mega Bong Hits 325 and MLP Microsoft Edge Hater 2. It was just the holiday season, and Lexi, I threw her off by telling her one topic and then doing an entirely different topic so she would be thrown
I was
way
gonna
off.
say, I was like, this doesn't sound like what you told me you were gonna do.
Clever.
You always got to be on your toes, Lexi. Always got to be on your toes. But
Okay.
we had just spent the holiday season with our families, and I hope many of you in the audience, as well as Camp, that you had a good time with family and a good start to the new year. But one thing that unifies us all through the holidays, and that's fan fiction.
True.
So today's
Did your
episode,
cousin encourage you to write this?
my cousin Riley, shout out to Riley, did not encourage me to do this episode, but she very much made me do it
Inspired.
influenced it. Yes, any of those words. I'm great. I'm the master of English. Mega Bong Hits 325. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because while we were sitting there around Christmas time, my cousin was talking about how she had seen Avatar Fire and Ash 2 times within 3 days because she was so excited for it and
She's so
picked
blue
out,
pilled.
and had already picked out so many fan fictions to read and had already picked up on so many fan fictions. And I believe
I think she's the most excited person I've ever heard of to watch any Avatar property.
I told her that. I'm like, I love that for you, but I think you are one of the few here.
I don't know.
exactly
like,
what I
like
said.
I learned Avatar 3 came out the same time I learned Avatar 2 had come out previously. Because I'm just like, because I just don't care. Like,
No.
who is watching Avatar? Who is a blue head? Like, who?
it's
who
my
is that?
cousin. That's my cousin, and that's
Dang,
me.
all right. How
If
can you forget the
Avatar
blue
has
heads?
0 fans, we know cousin is dead. Oh no.
So
But
true.
with the blue people and everything that we have done, she talked about a couple years ago how she had read about 300 fan fictions in a year because she had made her own fan fiction Wrapped. And I thought, I haven't read a single thing of fan fiction this year, but why not do an episode? Because I know people really love fan fiction. So that's what we are going to do today.
Let's
We
go.
need a little bit of escapism anyway. Just because the
That's
new year
fair.
doesn't mean that all the old bullshit's gone, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I myself, and so that's what I was going to ask you all, I myself have only ever tried to read like 1 or 2 fan fictions before when I was younger, and like I kind of
I know
got
that is a
into
lie. I know that there is one that you really like.
Exposed.
Okay, yes.
Truths and facts on this podcast,
Yes.
calling out the truth.
Yes, he calls out the truth. But again, I had forgotten about that. But yes, I've not written, goodness. I have read one fan fiction and I enjoyed it. But again, that was when I was in my teenage years. And I have since then not basically read any fan fiction. And so I wanted to ask you all, have you all encountered or read any fan fiction? Or have you been a huge fan? Or has it taken up your life like it has my cousins? Or what?
Not really, to be quite honest. I mean, I honestly am not much of a reader. I do actually want to get into some reading in 2026. That'll be the New Year's resolution I make myself stick to for 10 days.
Read books.
But like as a kid, I always, like, there were a lot of my friends and stuff, both online and in person, who read fan fiction. And I don't know, it never really appealed much to me, personally. Because I know a lot of it is sort of like inserting like yourself as the reader into like scenarios or like combining universes and stuff. And I kind of think maybe it would appeal to me now, but as a teenager, it didn't really appeal to me much.
Yep. And Lexi,
I'm very familiar. Used to read it, used to write it.
Do not recite the secret text that was there when they were written.
Definitely not as much as Riley. Shout out. She probably has a wealth of knowledge. I do not know nearly as much as her, but yeah, I'm very familiar with it. And it's really only because I am boring now and I have a lot of work to do that I don't read it most of the time, because I'm lucky if I can actually watch the source material with the time that I have. So, but yes, very familiar.
That's kind of what I expected. Even in here, I was like, I know personally Lexi has talked about fan fiction that she has read in the past. I didn't know if you had or not, Camp, because I didn't know if you were like, oh yeah, I dabbled in it for this fandom I was in or anything like that.
I think the closest I ever got
12 to 13 years ago, probably even closer to 15 years ago. If the word super hulock means anything to all of y'all, then you're going to be right at home here.
Oh, God.
That was Lexi. That was her. She created the term.
No, I did not.
No. If she made the term, I'd be ending this call. Like,
I've also never seen Supernatural, so.
That reminds me. So, like, okay, despite me not really being into fan fiction, I used to be very active on Tumblr like over a decade ago. I could not escape
by proxy.
Super Hulock for the life.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
You know about fan fiction by proxy then, so.
Yeah.
Basically, yes. Like, I was exposed to it. It was like a Geiger counter slowly going up because I was just being like exposed to it passively.
Baby Camp scrolling through and being like, this is so awesome. This is awesome. Wait, what's that? Oh no, it's getting overrun with pictures of Doctor Who kissing Sherlock or something.
That's a Dalek kissing the old woman in Sherlock. What?
Yeah, I was going to say, of course, there'd be a Dalek involved. This is 2014 Tumblr we're talking about. Of course,
yes.
Robots.
But for those that don't know what fanfiction are and have made it this deep into the podcast.
What fanfiction is, not R.
Okay, well, let's take that back.
English. You're Professor English, and you just made an English mistake.
For those of you who don't know what fanfiction is, we didn't cut out anything just a couple seconds ago. Fan fictions are, as Camp has basically said and Lexi has alluded to, are stories and other things that are written by fans of specific genres and specific stories and characters. Most of the time, either in a self-insert of, I want to interact with Harry Potter, or I want to interact, like, again, with Sherlock or a Dalek or something. Or if you don't...
I don't know if you'd want to interact with a Dalek, to be honest.
Yeah, that would be dangerous, I think.
People want to interact with Daleks, Lexi, okay? People are out there.
Sure.
But there are other types of people that don't do self-inserts, and they just write like, ooh, what if instead
this
of...
character with this character.
Yeah, what if a couple characters from Stranger Things, they didn't have to, like, fight otherworldly beings? What if they just all hung out at Olive Garden and had a good dinner? Like, fan fiction knows no bounds. Like, you could literally have...
it's a blessing and a curse.
Mike Wazowski and Ron Weasley, like, making out type fan fiction if you really, really wanted to. Like,
actually, oh my God. Sorry, really quickly, actually. Okay, nothing to do with Monsters, Inc. Sorry to get your hopes up, but I'm genuinely curious because I was watching a video a couple years ago on this. Do you guys know about the genre Folgers Cest?
What?
Oh, the one that's based on that commercial of the brother and sister that it might be a couple, might not.
That commercial? Yes, I know the commercial.
Yes, he knows about that. But I didn't know there was a whole fan fiction
There is a
subgenre
category on Archive of Our Own called Folgers Cest.
Oh my goodness.
And there's like a fan fiction where it goes so deep into their stories and like super like, and like the brother goes off to like the military and then dies in a war, and then the sister is so sad, and it's
oh my goodness.
And I'm reading it, I'm like, holy shit.
And then it's all capped off with Folgers at the end, of course.
Obviously, try Folgers today. You know, it's a great.
Thank you for mentioning our sponsor today, Folgers.
Folgers coffee, the perfect drink for your brother/boyfriend to go die in a war.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god!
I wasn't going to open the dialogue because I again don't know that much quite about fan fiction, but that's basically what I was trying to allude to and also set up of like, if either of you have anything specifically about fan fiction or stories, or like, wow, I remember reading this crazy one back in the day, like. I'm very happy that you brought that up because we're not turning the podcast into how could you not ship. It's still going to say how could you forget, because I do have a couple of big fan fictions that I really want to mention and talk about that again. I have not personally read, but I have heard the stories of and the backgrounds, and those are crazy enough. But
I probably only know a handful of these, to be honest, because I kind of stayed in my little bubble of like whatever thing I was wanting to read about at the time or write about.
Oh, okay.
She stayed in her lane.
I was a big Lord of the Rings head. That's not really surprising to anybody here, but
that's how I met
so I was
Lexi.
in that. Yep.
Her former
Through
handle
Twitter.
being that Lord of the Rings chick.
Yep.
Shout out.
That's why I started my Twitter, because my high school boyfriend said, you need to read Lord of the Rings. It's really good. And I said, I don't know if I'm going to like that. And then I read it and I'm like, damn, this really good. And he's like, yeah, you're kind of being annoying about it now. So then I made a twitter.com account. And now I'm here.
Bro did not know a good thing when he had it. No,
every one of Lexi's exes has not known that she is amazing, and I love you so much, honey. Anyways,
True.
Cringe. I'm just kidding.
Cringe. Yes, very, very.
You writing fanfic right now?
But it's a new year. Yes, Gexy shipping 2026.
Gexy.
That sounds like a cryptocurrency. Gex
coin.
coin.
Are you Gexy or Lurden? All right. Anyway,
Lurden.
I like Lurden more. Lurden.
Lurden
I like them both for
mythical.
different reasons.
Lurden and Gamp just shipping all of us together. Oh my god.
Camp Lurden.
Oh
Camp
my god.
Lurden.
We are so normally it's the Lexi episodes where we get way too off track. Now I feel like Jordan's getting a taste of his own medicine now.
I love it though.
That is fair.
I mean, we're talking about fan fiction today. It's going to get derailed really bad. This is not going to be nearly as structured as some of the other ones.
Oh
in the past.
no, and that's the thing. I have some structured bits, like I said, and we can get into one of those right now, actually. But I wanted this much more to just be more chill and free, because I really like that, and not so much me just yapping for an hour and you guys going, haha, funny. Because I'd rather have a conversation with my friends, because I miss you guys. And the internet has to deal with it.
And we can turn it into content along the way. It's perfect.
We can. Oh my gosh, we should do this every other week.
What?
Some
You can
would
almost
say
say
fortnightly.
Fortnightly.
Kira fortnightly.
Okay,
yes.
we do need
But-
to actually do an episode about Fortnite at some point in time.
We will do How Could You Forget Fortnite, and I will try to get
Please.
Ninja on.
All right.
Oh my god.
Except he won't do it with Lexi, because he can't do anything with women. Sorry.
True.
Well, the only
But-
woman he knows is his braless wife who brings him a sandwich as he's getting a kill in bot lane or whatever.
Oh
But
my god.
have either of you heard about the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest?
Huh?
No.
I mean, how could you forget about the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest, you two?
I didn't
I don't-
forget because I don't remember.
The Subspace Emissaries World Conquest, there's not really a way to shorten this. I've tried. I was spending about 10 minutes trying to shorten that out.
What's the abbreviation?
That'd be TSEWC, which is just as long. So there's not really a point. Because the Subspace Emissary, if you don't know, is I think it was the story mode in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And so the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest is a fan fiction of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And
How
the
do
reason
you
why
write a fan fiction about a fighting game?
Well, Lexi, you would be very surprised, because not only did somebody write a fan fiction about a fighting game, they wrote up until 17, the longest piece of literature ever created about a fighting game.
Wow.
Because the Subspace
Does this
Emissaries
have all
World...
the normal tropes or some fanfic tropes
I
in
didn't
there?
read it. 'Cause that would
Oh,
be
the longest
months.
piece of literature about a fighting game. No, I don't think I'd be reading it either.
Well, no, it's not just about a fighting game. The longest piece of literature ever published, Lexi. Because it was 4.1 million words at the time of its upload.
What even? What do you have to say about Mario and like kicking Minecraft Steve? Minecraft Steve wasn't even in the game then, was he?
No, he was not.
Okay. I don't even know who's in
either they
there.
were really desperate to pad the time to reach the goal, or they're very invested.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they need to go write a real book at that point.
Honestly, yeah, they make a lot of money that way.
Exactly. So that's why, again, I had remembered this story because somebody in my high school really, really liked this fan fiction and was trying to convince other people to read it. And they're like, I'm not going to read a 4 million word story about
That
Super
is
Smash
wild.
Brothers Brawl, dude. And he loved it.
I mean, I was just talking about Lord of the Rings. Literally, if you read all 3 Lord of the Rings, those are some long books. I guarantee you probably the whole entirety of Harry Potter is pretty long too, but wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that would even break 1 million words.
Yeah,
would it?
Can one of you all look up how many words like either of those trilogies would be?
How many words are in the Harry Potter series? I don't know if there'd be like a resource for this.
Almost certainly somebody's put it up online.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the AI overview, so take this with a really, really huge grain of salt. But the entire 7-book Harry Potter series contains approximately 1,100,000 words. So
That's
a quarter
wild.
of this fanfic.
1/4 of it.
25% of this fanfic is 7 books, even though screw J.K. Rowling. Just want to say
Yes,
that.
of
but
course.
Oh, obviously, yeah. Yeah, no, we just picked it for...
I like Harry Potter, but I only watch the movies. So.
That's very much why I'm like, I heard about this, and again, back in about like the late 2000s into early 2010s, articles by Kotaku and other resources online were talking about how it's so crazy that the longest piece of literature ever created was literally a fan fiction of Super Smash Brothers Brawl, just made by some dude named Chris. And Chris is also the main character of the
Chris Chan?
It is not Chris Chan.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
How could you forget Chris Chan? Lexi's next episode, hold her to it. I'm just kidding.
Nope, I'm not discussing Chris Chan on this channel.
Absolutely not.
But the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest follows Chris and his Lucario, who work together and save the entirety of the Super Smash Bros. Brawl universe from being destroyed by the Subspace Emissary.
Can I just say, the fact that the fanfic writer is probably a Lucario main is like the least surprising thing about the story so far. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it just makes the most sense.
It's very, very funny because while I was doing research for this specific fan fiction, I found their Twitter account that has been inactive for about 1.5 years now.
Oh,
but
the sacred texts.
I know, but their profile picture is just a picture of Lucario, I think. And it's just like, it makes sense. And I believe that their monikers online used to be stuff like Chris the Lucario or like Lucario Aura. And like, they just very, very, very much love Lucario. And so big shout outs to Chris. Shout outs to your work. This was also, because you guys were asking, this was the way for Chris to actually learn how to write and to improve their English, was writing these stories. And so that's actually very positive.
The greatest fan fictions are always people that say, sorry, English isn't my first language. And I'm like, but you cooked so hard.
Bros be like, sorry, English is my 3rd language. And then they write like the next fucking Shakespeare. And then
English is the only language I know, and I can't write anything.
Literally.
Why do you think I started the intro with the greatest English writers?
When I like meet new people, I'll be like, sorry for my language. English is my first language. I'm just bad at it. Like that's, that's really how I people out here speaking like 3 or 4 languages, and I've barely gotten a handle on one.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh,
but that's very much why I started the podcast with that intro of me introducing the masters of English as just 2 random fanfic authors, because yes, it's a meme, and like, yes, you'll have people that are just like, what if I wrote a fan fiction of a butt and another butt? But like, when people are very, very invested and they very much love characters and stuff like that, they will put a lot of heart and effort into them, and that comes out in their work. And so like, even somebody who has, again, only read a couple of fan fictions and again, not gotten like extremely, extremely invested into them. And like, I don't read them nowadays. Like, I'm not my cousin. I don't read 300 fan fictions in a year. But for people to be that invested and to love fan fiction that deeply, like, it has to reach a specific, hit a nerve, but like in a very positive, like hit you directly in the heart or something that you really care about. And it's been going on an Archive of Their Own.
Alive.
Yeah. And I mean, Archive of Their Own is like how many, like thousands and thousands and thousands of fan fictions, if not at this
Is
point
that where
millions
this
of them.
Super Brawl Emissary, whatever, World Conquest thing?
It was published on fanfiction.net in 2000
Okay.
on March 4th, 2008. So
Oh my gosh.
your birthday.
I was
Wow.
birthdaying. I'm birthdaying.
Let's go.
It has gotten revisions and it has been slightly updated as recently as 2025.
Wow.
Okay, so you said it started in what was that, 2008? Is that what
2008, yes. It was originally published in
Wow.
2008.
Okay.
And this person has been doing updates to it. There's one on where it's uploaded now. I think it's still uploaded on fanfiction.net. But yeah, there was a update April of last year, 2025. Still being worked on, still being cared for. But I do
That's
have to tell you
awesome.
all something. The Subspace Emissaries World Conquest is not the longest fan fiction or the longest piece of literature ever written anymore. And I'm so sorry to do that to you.
Why'd you lie?
To get
Do people
Because
do that?
You
They
liar?
lie over the
they
internet?
can just lie on the internet. What?
He straight
I
up be
can't
lying on the
believe it.
internet.
What?
I can't believe it. But while the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest was 4.1 million words. Sorry, I've got to mention this before I move on. In 2009, a year after the Subspace Emissaries World Conquest was released, a summary of the plot was over 6,000 words still of just a summary of the plot
Oh my
points
God.
for this story. So,
A year
Dang.
after it?
Yes.
Wow.
but
So it definitely wasn't even padding. It was just so
yes,
in-depth.
exactly.
How
But
do you
in 20
even have the time to write that much?
You wake up, you write. You go to bed, you wake up, you write. You don't eat. This person is eating their words.
You hear that, George R. R. Martin?
Yes.
Yeah.
But in 2017, another fan fiction called Ambience, A Fleet Symphony, which is based off the Kantai collection, which is some anime, I don't know, surpassed the 4.1 million words limit. Or not limit, but the record.
Record.
Yes, and became the new record for the longest fan fiction written at the time. And it's very, very funny, but Chris made a tweet that just says, quote, "I will reclaim my rightful throne," end quote. And that was...
Oh my goodness.
So...
We got
My
beef.
God. We
There's
got an
beef in
arms
the
race for the
fanfic.
top for the largest fan fiction.
Between the authors, not even between people just arguing about ships. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm used to fandoms arguing like with each other. Like
Yeah.
I'm not used to authors doing it.
Exactly.
Fanfic authors beefing.
Yeah.
Where's the diss track or the diss fanfic?
Oh my gosh.
This fanfic is also 2 million words, though, so it's gonna
Oh
take
my
a little
goodness.
bit.
Yeah,
of
that's
time.
gonna be like a-
probably.
It's gonna go on for weeks.
But as of last year, or I guess now 2 years ago, wow, time's crazy. March 2024, a new challenger has entered the ring of longest fan fiction.
Oh my goodness.
As the Loud House revamped a Loud House fan fiction.
The Loud House?
Loud House?
The
Am I having a-
children's show?
The children's
Am I having
show?
a moment?
Yes.
I don't know what Loud House is. Hold on.
It
Just
is
put a-
an animated series that either was or is on Nickelodeon. I don't know if it's
Oh,
over
this
yet
shit.
or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I know this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every time the Loud House is mentioned. Oh,
I don't know
that?
anything about the show. I've just seen like the animation sometimes. I'm
I've
just
It's
like,
seen
okay.
so-
some clips of it.
It's so
Seems
popular
okay.
in fandom spaces. I have seen fan art of like the main character going to heaven, and people are like, "This is the most beautiful
What?
art I've ever seen."
Oh, I think I heard of that. Yeah, there was just some dude who drew the main character as like a fucking angel or some shit, or like going up to heaven. And I'm just like,
Exactly.
what?
Why
I don't
is
know.
this?
Like what's in the show that would constitute this? Like what's there's a lore I don't know.
But I don't know if this is just generally a generational thing, but people love the Loud House, and there's lots and lots and lots of fan fiction.
I guess I'm old because I thought the Loud House was like most of their fans were really young. Like I didn't think it was like an MLP situation where you have like adults that like the show. Is Loud House known for having a lot of
I mean, they've aged.
I mean-
Other
When did the
fans?
Loud House come out? Was that probably like
gosh,
20
it might have been 10 years ago by now. I don't even
Yeah.
know.
yeah, I googled it quickly to see what it was, and 10 years ago, 2016.
Wow.
Yep.
And also
Okay.
looking at the
All
art
right.
style, I could see it appealing more to like a preteen, like young
exactly
teen.
very
All right.
easy to draw?
I
You can-
didn't think that it was as old as it was. Okay.
But the Loud House revamped, which has now taken the title as of March 2024, clocks in at 16 million words.
Wow.
Wait. sorry. I think my
How?
brain just needed a moment to
just
like
turned
How
off.
can your word
process that.
processor even hold that?
Yeah, I feel like if you open that text file, your computer would just burst into flames. Like
Well, you hit open on the Google Doc, you go make yourself some lunch, and then you come back, and then hopefully it'll be open.
Yeah,
Yeah,
are they
hopefully
using
it opens by
like
then.
Chat GPT or something to generate stuff?
I mean, I don't know. Like, all I know about it is just generally that the Loud House revamped has just been like fanfiction.net. Like,
I don't
no,
think
it's off
I
of
will.
fanfiction.net. No, it's been taken down. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh my
No.
goodness.
The archives.
Gorge.
The archives.
I
Sorry,
don't
continue.
think I will write 16 million words in my entire life, probably.
Yeah, that's a lot of words.
I mean, I probably will, but like, wow, I just can't even fathom that. I can't even put that into an amount
my
that makes
goodness.
sense.
Okay, so I just pulled up what is tvtropes.com. I'll just read this paragraph, the very first paragraph right off the top. The Loud House revamped is an insanely long, the Loud House based massively multiplayer crossover script fic type fanfic.
Okay.
Huh? Multiplayer?
Massive multiplayer.
Is that what that says? Massive multiplayer?
That's just what it says. So it was created by American fanfic writer James Dean 5842
Okay.
Okay.
and published on fanfiction.net and updated almost daily from October 20th,
Wow.
2017 until its closure on February 20th, 2024. Would you all like to guess as to how many chapters were created
God.
for this fanfiction?
500.
500, Lexi.
I feel like it's got to be more than 500. Because, okay, so if we're going to go,
1,037.
this could be entirely off base. Like I said, I need to get back into reading more. But let's say a chapter is like freaking 4,000 words or something like that. So 4 million. I'm going to guess 3,000 chapters.
3,000 chapters.
1,037. I update my guess.
I think Camp is still closer. It has 2,328 chapters.
Let's go. Oh my.
Has anybody
gosh.
even read all of it?
Somebody out there, I mean, the guy who wrote it has to have, like, legitimate, like, at that point.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I would hope.
But a sequel fic
What?
titled The Loud House Revamped 2 Embodiment began soon after on February 21st, 2024. The day after the original fic ended, bro finished this 16 million word magnum opus and went, all right, another one. It just went
Another one.
straight back.
Play it again, Sam.
Okay, I'm not trying to be judgmental or rude by any means, but I mean this respectfully. This person legitimately must not have anything else to do.
Oh no,
No.
Like, I
100%
would not be
No.
surprised if maybe they're not able to leave their home or something, and so
Yeah, I don't even
they
mean
just
that in a
update this-
derogatory sense.
yeah,
I'm
just trying to figure out how would you have the time to do this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, if you think about, like, even somebody, like, if we were just going to use, like, an author, like Stephen King, he wrote a bunch of books and a bunch of stories, and, like,
Right.
the amount of books that he was churning out was, like, incredible. And to then use that and still surpass that, again, from 2017 to 2024, so, like, 7 years, or not even, like, 6.5 years, to write 16 million words.
About the Loud House.
the loud. I didn't realize that there was
Like-
enough lore in the Loud House to go
Yeah.
off of to like use as a
No
springboard.
shade.
Like,
It seems like a fine show, but I'm just like, what sauce does the Loud House have that would make somebody want to
It's
get
well,
up
it's like,
every day and write about it?
I mean, it's like Camp and I talked about, like, there is art of people that are in love with the Loud House. And, like, again, the image of the main character ascending to heaven after they die. Like,
Well, no, I get that, but kind of what Camp was saying with like the lore and stuff. I mean, like Tolkien created like entire languages and histories of all these different like races of people and stuff, and it was like still like the most popular fan fictions or the longest fan fictions aren't Lord of the Rings or Tolkien-esque, even though there's probably plenty to draw from.
oh, yeah.
that's a good
Absolutely.
point, actually. Yeah, because like you have all these giant ass books that are like like you said, they have different languages.
Yeah,
they
like,
have
I'm
so
kinda
much lore and
biased,
world
but-
building, and then the longest fan fictions are like Super Smash Bros. And the Loud House.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like
That's
even though, and
crazy.
truly, like screw J.K. Rowling, but like the reason why I think Harry Potter is extremely popular is not only nostalgia, but it's also that, like, I will give her a thimbleful of credit of, I don't really think she's a great writer, but there are a lot of interesting ideas in that book that a lot of people will take and explore, and characters and dynamics and things like that. So I'm just really shocked that the longest one, 16 million, by the way. Yes. That is 16 entire series of Harry Potter, because we found out there's a little over 1 million words between the 7 books. 16 7-book series.
Yeah.
So actually,
I just cannot
doing
even...
the math, if we round down the word counts, 7 books for 1 million words, times that by 16, I think that's...
Oh my God.
Hold on.
I don't do math,
16, 112 books for the Loud House fanfic.
Like, that's wild. About one, like, I'm sure there's other characters and stuff, but like about one...
I can give you the quickest
thread.
plot synopsis very quickly, by the way.
Please, I need to know.
Oh,
I need to
well, let me tell you this.
Lincoln is an FBI agent. I'm just kidding.
So, like I said, they started writing the Loud House Revamped 2 in 2024. But in July of 2025, both fics were removed from fanfiction. According to, again, still this website, TV Tropes, people believe that somebody reported it for plagiarism, but because there was so much information and words that it was just automatically taken down.
Well, what was the system just like, we don't want to read this?
Yeah, probably assuming that it couldn't be anything of substance if it was that long already.
Basically, yes. But you can still look at them through internet archiving. It says, of course, through like the Wayback Machine and the internet, stuff like that. While the first 423 chapters are still officially available on James Dean 5842's blog, as well as images that accompany it, the creator has expressed that they want to move on from writing the Loud House Revamped and are unlikely to continue. But the story follows a self-insert of the author himself, referred to as James Dean, J.D. Knudsen, and how basically they became friends with the characters on the Loud House and then wrote themselves into multiple episodes and like included themselves in it. That was the first 20 chapters, apparently, which the 20th...
so it was an OC self-insert of what if I were in these episodes with the characters.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then after chapter 20, the Woodpecker Friend, that's the name of the chapter 20, it apparently evolved into what is called a massive multiplayer crossover, which is when you were asking about that earlier, where the main characters formed a hero team.
How can you multiplayer a fanfic?
I don't know. I have no idea. But the main characters formed a hero team named Team Loud Phoenix Storm and would go on missions where they fought people from any and every single media that the guy wanted, basically. So, like, if he's like, I want to fight the Stranger Things.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, basically. Like, I want to fight
the
Stranger Things bad guys. And, hey, I want to fight, like you said, the Green Goblin. Then they could just do that. And so...
okay, that makes more sense how they would be able to pull 16 million words out of that, though.
Yeah.
Because it's essentially being like, okay, we're using Loud House as a base, and then we're bringing in every other possible
whoever I want.
IP that
Dr.
exists.
Robotnik.
They could do Super Hulock if they wanted to. Like, they could do
for
that.
real.
They probably did.
Team up to solve a mystery with Sherlock. Absolutely.
But according to the same website still, there's an unofficial audiobook by a YouTube channel named Gugglebum that's planning to cover the entire story on audiobook form. And it's only covered so far the 154 first chapters. They're not even 10% of the way done.
I am not trying to yuck anybody's yum, but how do people have time for this?
Honestly,
I am
mean,
amazed.
You'd be surprised at how much some people can commit to the bit. Like, that's the level I want to be at when it comes to committing to my bits.
Like, I'm kind of jealous because I don't think I've ever gone that hard on anything in my life. But I'm also like, wow, where did you unlock this?
I mean,
I don't think
ability?
most neurotypical people have do that, to be honest.
Well, and that's the thing is I'm not even neurotypical, and I'm like, damn, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Well, Lexi, also, we work in a field without giving away too much where we have had a lot of crunch as of recently, and we've been working on a lot of projects, and they've all slammed down right in front of us, and it was like, all right, time to do all this stuff, basically. So, like, with our jobs, and we'd be working until, like, 10 p.m., if not sometimes midnight, and then, like, all right, back to it the very next day. There's no time to read or write fan fiction at that point. Like, if
Well,
you
no,
worked,
but that's the thing though too of like I have friends who they do work, full-time jobs. I have a friend that has 2 jobs and she's still like, "Oh yeah, I'm reading this one right now or whatever," cuz it's like she's fitting it in between like
Yeah.
oh, I'm on my lunch break, so I'm going to read
Yeah.
for fun and read my fan fiction or whatever. Like I get that and I get that some people like they enjoy it so they prioritize it. So like that makes sense to me. But it's just wild to me when I'm thinking about millions of words and somebody doing an audiobook of this. I'm just like, how? How do y'all even have the brain power to do this? Because this isn't just, oh yeah, I'm going to write a chapter of my fanfic about Harry Potter and the Blade of Grass or whatever and, call it a day. This is millions of words. It's crazy.
Yeah, millions is wild.
Oh yeah, exactly. But so that is the longest fan fiction that I have ever interacted with and seen. And shout out to James Dean. I love your sausages. I'm sorry
That's
that
Jimmy Dean.
Damn it. All right.
James Dean is an actor.
The whole joke is over.
I know the joke's over. All right.
What?
Podcast was fun. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I would have not called you out if I would have thought that you were memeing and not being serious.
It was a meme. You're right. It was all a joke.
It was not a
Lexi.
meme.
It was a
I
joke.
could tell it was not a meme. This man messed up.
I love
He
Jimmy Dean's
confused his
acting.
actor and his
I
his
love
sausages.
Jimmy Dean's acting talent. But speaking of acting talent, I have one more fan fiction for you all.
Ooh.
Have you all? This will probably go a little bit longer than even the Loud House. Not the writing, like the length of it, but
Oh, obviously.
have you heard of My Immortal? Not the song by Evanescence. Before either of you two say it,
I was going to say, the name sounds familiar, but I might be thinking of the Evanescence song.
It does sound familiar to me because I do know the Evanescence song, but I feel like I have also heard of this potentially.
My Immortal is a Harry Potter fan
Yes.
fiction. So do you know about this, Lexi?
I think I do. Yes, please continue to explain.
It was published on fanfiction.net, as all fanfictions eventually are, between 2006 and 2007. And the story is about the protagonist named Ebony Dark apostrophe Ness Dementia Raven
Is this the
Way.
one with Snape?
This is not. This is with Draco
Oh, dang.
Malfoy.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do
Ooh.
know this one too. Sorry. There's one quick side tangent. The reason why I asked that is because there was a person who went like, I don't want to say viral. They were well known, I think, on Tumblr, I want to say, because they actually tried to marry Snape and had like a cardboard cutout of Snape and stuff. That's a whole nother like can of worms. And
That's
I know
Lexi's
this.
next episode.
No, I know this because my best friend memed on me because I love Snape. Severus Snape is my favorite character out of Harry Potter. And I go, "Oh, I love Snape." And I remember being like, "Oh, I love Lego Snape from the Lego Harry Potter games." And I was just joking. And she goes, "Oh, is this you?" And she shows me the picture of this person who tried to marry. And I go, "Huh?" And I did not know all the lore behind that. So before anybody tries to be sad or creeped out, I am not the person who tried to marry Snape. He's
did
just
not
my
think
favorite
you
character.
were.
So this is not a self-report. Anyway, sorry. My Immortal is about a self-insert and Draco then. Okay.
No, it's not a self-insert.
Sorry.
It's an OC named Ebony
an OC,
Darkness
sorry.
Dementia Ravenway. Yes.
Dementia? Like the
somebody-
disease?
Dark was dementia.
I thought you said dimension at first.
No,
and I was
girl,
like,
dementia.
oh, okay.
A 17-year-old
My
vampire
favorite Harry Potter spell.
who attends
A vampire?
Hogwarts.
Hold-
Yes. Y'all didn't even
Wait,
let me get to the
yeah, huh?
first sentence.
I know. I see. Yeah, I guess I don't know about this one. Okay, because that one.
A 17-year-old vampire who attends Hogwarts, located in England, in their version instead of Scotland, in the Slytherin house.
Oh God.
Uh,
Why are Slytherins always crazy? They got to give people a bad name. I'm so sick of it.
Hogwarts Lexi, this is amazing, and that's why I want to do a whole episode just on this, but I don't think I
You
can
just
stretch
love
it out.
to hurt me, don't you?
Hogwarts is depicted as being divided between two cliques. The Goths, spelled Goffs, and
The Goths?
The Goths with F sound.
Like
Goths.
a goth that has a speech impediment.
Yeah. Like if Mike Tyson had a
Yes.
goth daughter and was trying to explain it. It's like,
Yes, exactly.
But they're
Yeah, she's
still
a
like,
goth.
dressing in darker colors, all that jazz.
Yes,
Okay.
but with an FF, so Goths. Yes.
Goths.
And all of the characters in Harry Potter are either part of the Goths or the Preps.
Okay.
And the main characters, such as like Harry Potter himself, have been gothified or are given, quote, gothic makeovers. So they don't even look
This is
or
just
act
emo
like...
Harry Potter?
Yes.
What in the
Where
world?
Harry Potter's scar is no longer the lightning bolt, but a pentagram. And
Oh, so
He
he's
is
a
now.
Satanist now.
but now he's in the Slytherin house because, of course.
Wait, okay, so are there still the 4 houses, but then
I
everybody
don't
is
know,
either
girl.
a
I
goth
did
or a
not read
prep?
this piece of shit. I did not.
I don't even think the author knows.
I am wow. Okay, this is hurting my soul.
But Lexi, Harry doesn't go by the name Harry anymore. Harry has changed his name
He's Herethus.
to Vampire because he loved the taste of blood.
What?
Okay, here's the thing. You could write a fan fiction where Harry Potter is a vampire. I could see that being very interesting, actually, if you do it right. But his name is not even Harry Potter. It's just vampire.
That's just the name of a thing. It's like
That's the name of a type of creature.
it's like I really love my stove, so I'm just like, yo, what's up? My name is Stove. Like that's not you just can't do that.
This person does whatever
Oh my
they want,
goodness.
Camp. Hermione Granger has changed her name to Bloody Mary Smith. B''Loody Mary Smith.
Okay, to
Balloony.
be fair, that's just really funny. That's just really
Is this satire?
And lives as a goth vampire Satanist in Slytherin as well, Lexi.
Oh my god.
Is this
I
satire?
want either it's like really elaborate satire or the person who wrote this was like
Like 12 years old.
14 or 13 and like
Yeah.
just really
You
wanted
all
to
have
be edgy.
hit on it so hard. People don't know if this is real or not.
Like a
don't
joke?
know
Because
if it-
like that sounds like a
They
joke.
don't know
Oh
if
my
it's
gosh.
satire or not, or if it was just some like emo scene person from the early 2000s that's like, I'm gonna write the most edgy.
Dear Diary. Have you guys heard that Hollywood Undead song about I forget what it's called, but it's like, Dear Diary, I'm so sad today. I had to miss my favorite musicians and they were gonna play Stab Stab Rip My Heart Out or something like that. Like it is not a good song. It is by Hollywood Undead. So if you know anything about Hollywood Undead, you can assume this song is not a good song, but it just reminds me of that.
All I know about them is that I don't like them, so there you go.
They have a couple of songs, especially more recently,
Okay,
that are
maybe
better.
I'll have to revisit them.
But yeah, this one was like emo kid or something. It was like I must be emo or something like that, and it's a parody because they're obviously making fun of emo subculture and things like that. But they're like
Camp
Dear
Hollywood
Diary.
Undead fan fiction win.
Oh my goodness!
Right now, let's go.
Right.
Okay, no, but Camp is actually emo now. He renamed himself to Chainsaw Blade.
Blade. B''Lade. Yeah.
Chainsaw Blade. Yeah.
But you all have caught on. My Immortal is considered possibly one of the worst pieces of fan fiction ever written, but it's so bad that it's just fantastic.
I
Yeah,
want to
it's
read
so
this
bad
now.
it's good.
I want to read
vibe.
It's apparently written like shit. There are just spelling errors and grammatical mistakes everywhere. It's nothing
Shout
like
out to
Harry
the
Potter.
author if they're in our audience. Hello.
Hello.
Well, here's
Hello.
the thing. The identity of the author has never been shown. And people have generally just been like, we can't figure this out because people just claim that they're the author, but then other people are like, no. The original
Wow.
author published under the name capital XXX, lowercase, Bloody RISTS 666 uppercase XXX is who originally published
What year was this? Did you say?
2006
Oh my
and
gosh.
2007.
Okay. All right. So it's very possible it couldn't be a joke.
Exactly.
Yeah. It
It's
sounds
like
very
if it was published
MySpace-esque.
last year, I'd be like, "Oh, this is totally satirical and a joke."
Oh, yeah, no, especially with
was a
username like
right-
Bass. Yeah.
Yeah, 2006, 2007. I don't know. Yeah, we could have had some emo subculture in there.
But the person on this account of Bloody Wrist 666, I will just call it that from going forward, gave their name as Tara Gillespie, I believe is how you pronounce that.
Okay.
And people have just been trying to figure out who this person was since, again, basically 2007, because it was just awful. And some people have claimed, like, I'm Bloody Wrist 666. No, I am. But the best person that we have so far is a Tumblr account from 2017 named, what was their name? Sorry. A possible young adult novelist named Rose Christo is what a lot of people believe. And when people reached out to Rose, Rose stated that she was one of 2 co-authors. Then a lot of things, people like read more into it and stuff, and it doesn't make sense of her story. So again, like, the author is still unknown as of now. And if you all want to do any more digging and stuff into the author, you can. You just got to look up My Immortal Fanfiction. You'll get a lot of evanescence if you don't include the word fanfiction, by the way.
Right.
But I will continue with the plot very quickly because it is the best story ever written. And Camp, I want you to read this word for word in your next video. Thank you very much.
Oh, should we read a little snippet? Should you send us a snippet and we'll read it?
Oh, let me see if I can do that.
Oh, yeah. We could do some voice acting.
I'll be Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, or
I'll be
whatever.
vampire, I guess.
You can be
Here-
vampire. Yeah.
Chapter 1. This is like a paragraph.
Well, that's why I'm saying send us a random chapter. Send us like chapter 4 or something.
How do I... Contents. Here we go. You want chapter 4.
Sure.
Okay. Chapter 4.
The Comic Sans.
Okay,
Oh, my God.
Well, I think Ebony is the main character, Dementia. So I'll be Ebony
Yeah.
Dementia or whatever.
Do you want me to read the notes? For example, author's note at the top?
Yeah, you can read the author note and then the like narration where
Okay.
like, okay, so Camp,
Yeah.
you can be Draco, I'll be Ebony, and then oh my God. Okay, I guess I'm the I. Never mind. Okay.
This website is so beautiful. Okay.
Chapter 4. A.N. Parentheses. Author's note. Colon. I said stop flaming. Okay. Ebony's name is Enobi. Not Mary Sue. Okay. Draco is Sue in love with her that he is acting different. They knew Ekuder before, okay?
Draco, I shouted. What the F do you think you are doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the effing hell? I asked angrily.
Ebony? He asked.
What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree.
Keenly is so good.
He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra.
Whoa.
Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an... Oh my God. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then...
What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers?
It was... Dumbledore!
Whoa.
Oh
my God, we killed him. We killed Gordon.
Wow. Okay,
Holy
I just
shit.
picked a random
How much-
chapter.
I wonder if I'm going to have to censor the O word.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and I also was peeking really bad during that because I had the mic eating the mic. So I'm
to be honest,
sorry.
that'll
I'll
probably
be
make it
clipping.
funnier. That'll
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God.
Okay,
just as
this
a reminder
has
to
to
the
be
people,
a joke.
just as a reminder to the people listening, that was an entire chapter.
That
Was not.
Yes, that was chapter 4.
That was all of chapter 4. If we're already here in chapter 4, what the hell happened in the first 3 chapters?
I don't know.
It feels like we're already so deep.
I know. She's already in love with Draco.
God.
Do we want to read chapter 3 for the Patreon exclusive version?
Oh my god.
We'll get the extra bonus scene. We'll do some readings after this episode.
Okay.
If you want to hear the first few chapters.
If people want more dramatic readings, we'll
upload
put
them to both
do a full
Patreon
dramatic
channels.
reading.
We'll put the dramatic readings of the first few chapters on Patreon if you... Because, we're going to create our own audiobook. We're kind of cool like that, so...
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, My Immortal, if you couldn't catch on, is the best story ever written.
Oh, 100%. Nothing comes close.
They, of course, all begin living the goth life and are kind of vampires, are kind of not. There's references to, of course, My Chemical Romance, including the fact that Ebony's last surname is taken from frontman Gerard Way. I just learned.
Oh my goodness.
Who did not form until 2001, so that just doesn't make sense.
Wait, when does this supposedly take place? This
In the 2000s.
normal Harry Potter timeline?
No, it's supposed to have taken place in the early 2000s, while Harry Potter probably takes place in the 90s. So,
right, okay. That's what I thought.
The story focuses on Ebony falling in love with Draco, who's depicted as shy, sensitive, and bisexual.
Well, okay. I mean, bisexual Draco, I could buy it.
Draco invites Ebony to a Good Charlotte concert in Hogsmeade.
Oh my god.
And they go to the Hogsmeade together in Draco's black flying Mercedes Benz. That was the flying car that they talked about.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I mean, he is a little rich boy, so I guess that makes sense.
Yes.
That is true.
My Immortal, as we read chapter 4, it is split into 44 chapters with author's notes that I read basically in almost every single chapter. They're written horribly.
Do you
the author's
guys understand the author's note from chapter 4 where she's like, well, I assume the author is female. I'm sorry, I should do that. The author says, Ebony is the name of the character, is not Mary Sue. Do you guys know what that means?
Oh, yeah.
I know. I mean, I know what a Mary Sue is. I don't know how it applies in this context.
I think people were probably accusing this author and the character of Ebony of being a Mary Sue, where like nothing goes wrong for her. And so the author is like, she's not a Mary Sue. She has a scary life.
Yeah, she's not a Mary Sue. Mary Sue is not her name. It's Ebony.
Mary Sue is not goth. Okay.
Exactly. So I just did a little bit more researching. Thank you, just random internet things, and then also the Wikipedia page for My Immortal fanfiction that just is bigger than anything else I've read for this podcast. But apparently, the writing significantly drops off after chapter 12 because that's apparently whenever the editor. There was apparently an editor. I'm assuming a friend of this person, if this was actually serious, stopped helping them. And so apparently the writing everything got worse after chapter 12.
There were 2 people behind this?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
This is great. A 2011 analysis of the text found that it contains far more spelling mistakes, approximately 5,200, than grammar errors, nearly 700.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
Getting a high score. Okay.
I know.
Well, it's also just
how many words? Do we know how many words it is?
How many words is this story? Let me find that out real quick if I can.
Because, like, I could get past spelling mistakes if there was actually something interesting being, crafted here or whatever, or characters where you're like, oh, they wrote Draco this way, or they wrote, this person into Hogsmeade, and oh, that makes sense. But yeah, it's just like, Dear Diary, mood apathetic.
Yeah. 22,700 words in 44 chapters.
Wow.
22,700 words. So that means that, like, being generous, 1 in every 5 words is a spelling mistake.
Well, I will also say, I think that this is written in the way of, like, that era
Internet,
of MySpace speak.
Yeah.
So I think that, well, yes, there are misspellings. Like, he I took of my shirt. Like, what do you mean? You missed an F there. Like, that was obviously just a spelling mistake. Versus when they go whiff, WIFF, like, that was MySpace level speak.
Yeah. And and what Kern's saying makes sense. I still don't know if this is satire
exactly.
or not. I'm leaning more towards it being satire, but the problem is that it feels so genuine and like actually of the time.
Yeah.
That's why I asked when this was created, because if it would have been like, oh yeah, 2 years ago, I'm like, oh, this is a total joke. But when Gurdon said, oh, 2006, I'm like, ooh, it's like someone who actually
knew and kind of understood the culture around the time of like emo and the internet and shit. Like it's so oddly earnest, and I kind of love it.
Exactly. It's so well done.
It's so RAR XD. I love it.
So RAR XD pilled. It's so great.
That was my masterwork to share with y'all, was My Immortal, and I'm so glad that we could enjoy the best piece of fan fiction ever. Go what, Lexi?
I'm glad that you brought up a Harry Potter fan fiction. This is gonna make me sound like a Harry Potter stan. I'm not. I just enjoy the movies.
Yeah.
But I will say one of my biggest like thesis or theories, I should say, not a thesis, but one of my biggest theories about Harry Potter is that I think that Harry Potter has been able to stick around in the culture for two reasons. One, because they farm it out to everybody to create merch for it. And two, because the fan fiction community is so strong, and they have actually turned plot holes and other problematic pieces of the story into something that is very interesting. And I don't know if you guys are you familiar with like the whole Marauders stories and fandom within the Harry Potter? Let me look this up so that I do not get it messed up.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. There is a whole entire like sub fandom within Harry Potter called the Marauders, and it is focused on the earlier years of Hogwarts when it was James Potter, Sirius Black, Remus Lupin, and Peter Pettigrew, because they made that the Marauders map. You know, it's in Harry Potter. Or maybe they didn't make it, but basically, no, they probably did. See, this is how I'm not as deep into it, but this is so popular that is, again, created its own sub fandom in the fandom, that it kind of kept people going and made them interested in Harry Potter still. And they still have posts on their Reddit pages and TikToks that people make all within like the last few days and things like that. So obviously people have issues with the Marauders stories and things like that, because of course, but it became its own subculture, and I think that is part of the reason why Harry Potter has stayed so popular in fan fiction spaces and things like that, because there's so much for people to build on, and then they even go back and they go, well, hey, J.K. Rowling never even fleshed out these characters. Let's go back and do it ourselves.
I really like that, actually.
So I think that's interesting.
It is really interesting.
Whether you love it or hate it, it's an interesting concept. So I wanted to touch on that, as I have not personally read it. I just know of it. So, I mean, who knows? It could be incredibly problematic as well. But I just know that it is very popular. So
thank you very much for that information.
Random
and helpful
lore drop.
Yeah, well, again, thank you for that. Because I didn't know that.
It's good. I mean, it kind of proves the point. Like, it's something to chew on, where it's like, fan fictions are great at kind of filling in gaps and stuff like that in like the official canonical storytelling.
Yeah.
Like whether it's shoddy writing or if it's actually good writing, but it gives you more to build off of and like interpret in your own ways and everything. That's a good way to kind of keep the community around your work alive,
Exactly.
Is with people like writing fanfics like these and stuff like that. Like I've been laughing about like the 16 million word longhouse fanfic the entire time, but it's also kind of like amazing to see someone be so passionate about this show that they clearly love, able to write 16 million words about it at all, which is crazy and insane, and I hope that they one day grow up and touch grass. But
that was so
the fact that it exists at all is very cool. Yeah.
It is amazing to me to see how far fan fiction has come, because you have something like this, the My Immortal fan fiction from 2006, where it is what it is.
It's definitely
but-
showing its age.
Yes, but it is interesting to note, and I don't know if you guys knew this or, if this is new to the audience or not, but so when Twilight was big, Twilight actually spawned, basically, unknowingly, the 50 Shades of Grey series. That
Yes, I remember
series was a
this.
Twilight fan fiction. There is the movie that has been adapted now, The Idea of You, I believe is what it's called. It was a movie on Prime Video, I think. That was a Harry Styles fan fiction that got adapted. The After series of movies were fan fiction. Wattpad literally has a movie studio. They develop
Oh my gosh.
Wattpad Studios develops romance like fan fiction type of films. I don't know if every movie that they do is directly from like a Wattpad sort of a thing, but yeah, it's fan fiction. So it's wild that one of the most popular book series of the 2010s, 50 Shades of Grey, which spawned a trilogy of movies, made millions of dollars for as crappy as they were, spawned from fan fiction. You see more adaptations now that people are like, oh yeah, I remember reading this when it was originally on this website or whatever. I'm like, that's crazy to me. That is so
that's
crazy.
wild.
So it's become a force for sure.
I think it's also for a lot more younger people and people these days of it allows them to, again, with the very first one of the Subspace Emissaries World's Conquest of like, with that, it allowed younger people to express storytellings and learn and grow when people are like, hey, this was really well done, but maybe you could tweak this, or like maybe in your next one you could try doing more of this, and like allowed this Chris guy to, again, learn and improve his English and improve just overall, I would assume, his life so he could write better and become a better writer and still tell stories that he loves. And it's not just like, write a story in your English class about XYZ thing happening. Like, kids especially really love writing about stuff that they love. Like, if you tell a kid, write something about Pokemon compared to write something about your homework, they're going to be like, well, what on earth? Like, they're not going to be very excited at all. And I think that's a huge outlet as well. So I just wanted to add that in too.
I agree.
Yeah.
So even though fanfic writers have been accused of being Mary Sue's, who is not Mary Sue's to us is all of our lovely patrons over on patreon.com.
Wow.
Camp's Patreon, Gurdon's Patreon. You guys are not Mary Sue's to us. You are fully fleshed out main protagonists to us. And we would not be able to do this podcast without y'all. So much so that we are going to do some reading of this lovely My Immortal, and we're going to put that up on Patreon for y'all.
The entire
So if
book.
you want to
I'm just
cringe,
kidding, I'm kidding.
no. If you want to cringe, go check that out. We're going to try to do a couple little snippets and exclusives in this next year.
Uncensored.
Yeah, uncensored as well.
So true.
Trying to do some snippets and exclusives over on there. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. We are into a new year. And keep those topic recommendations coming as well. We did just
many more fortnights to come.
True. The last episode that we did was actually a viewer recommended topic. So, like I said, we do look at those, write those down, take those into consideration. So please keep those coming. And thank you for sticking with us into another year.
Yay!